Hey, how are you guys doing tonight? I'm playing around with this new camera I just got, testing the settings on it. So I wanted to pop on here and wow, what a day it has been. My goodness, what a day. So I wanted to pop on and and talk about a couple of things here. Katie, now I feel bad. You're making my live stream and I didn't make yours. I'm sorry. Thank you. Look, I just noticed what my little girl drew. She drew on my marker board. I go, who's that bald guy? She said, that's you, Daddy. I'm like, oh no, I have more hair than that, don't I? Anyway, so Shema, I know. I shared your stream out to both my pages, by the way. What's up, Anthony? How you doing? Weldon Long, pop it there. Oh, dude, I can't believe you're on here. So, I got to tell you, I've had some amazing conversations today. I had a massive celebrity reach out to me today and ask me to be a guest host on their show next week because of their travel, some things they have going on. And you thought it was Jeffrey Gitomer. Wow. Don't pick on Jeffrey. Which just blew me away. Like it absolutely blew me away to get this message, and I'm filled with unbelievable gratitude. But I got to tell you something. I had some other conversations today, and one of them. I think that the number one most important thing that so many of us kind of just, we just kind of wander through life. I know Jeffrey's the man. I know you love him, dude. So, the one thing that so many of us don't change in life, and if we could figure out how to do this, and I know how difficult it is because I've had to do it, and that is change the people that we're hanging out with. The people that we are surrounding ourselves with, those people have such an impact in our lives, and they can have a positive impact or they can have a terribly negative impact in our lives. I've had it. I've seen it. I've been there. When you have people around you that just can't get on the same page as you, maybe you want to go out and kill it. And I won't tell anybody. Adam Webster, how you doing, bro? So like maybe you want to go out and kill it, right? I saw this meme one time, and it was the funniest thing. I mean, if I can remember it, it's before you diagnose yourself as depressed or all these other negative things, first make sure that you're not surrounded by a bunch of a-holes, right? Like the people that we're hanging out with, those people are, and I don't care if it's why I like going down to the coffee shop and hanging out with the mechanic. If that mechanic is an idiot that all he does is revel in negativity and talk about, oh, did you see what's going on with Trump and the wall? Did you see what's going on with this? Did you see what's going on with that? The whole world's coming to an end. And I got to tell you that, you're going to blah, blah. I mean, dude, you can't hang around negative people. They will bring you down to their level. And it's sneaky. It's really, really sneaky. There can be people that you could have, it could be your parents. It could be anybody. It could be people that you've known your entire existence on this planet, and you don't even realize that they bring you down. And that, I'm telling you, it's the number one. This is my opinion. I can't prove this. I can say, hey, that's it. Weldon Long, that dude right there knows. Take the average of your of 5 closest professional associates. That's you. That's it. That is it. I've heard that, like, you know, hey, if you want to become a millionaire, go buy a millionaire lunch. That's a banner idea. And I read that. Brian Tracy wrote that in I think, The Psychology of Success. It was that or The Psychology of Selling. And I read that many, many years ago. And I was like, man, why would I want to buy a millionaire lunch? They're millionaires. They should be buying me lunch, yo. But dude, no, you're missing the point. You're missing the point. Go buy like a millionaire. Most millionaires, if you hit them up and say, hey, I'd love to buy you lunch, you know, and just get 1 hour, 30 minutes of your time just to find out what it is that you did to get there. I just want to pick your brain. Like Weldon Long, Wally, if I hit you up and said, bro, I'm going to be in Utah, are you? God, is that bad, dude? I don't even. It's Colorado or Utah. But if I said I'm going to be in your neighborhood, in your neck of the woods, I should have just said that. And I want to buy you lunch, dude. Can I have an hour of your time, man? I mean, okay, so he knows me, but he would still, even if I was just like a guy and he knew that I was trying to turn my life around, I was trying to figure it out, I was trying to, you know, he would say, yeah, dude, I'll go to lunch with you. I'll go to Colorado. Dude, I need to come out to Colorado and buy you lunch or dinner or both. So, like, if you want to, you've got to get around the right people. Wally talks about it. Grant Cardone talks about it. Tony Robbins talks about it. All of these massively successful people talk about it. And I'm telling you, if you're not on the same, like, you may be thinking, gosh, how awesome would it be to be able to travel the world, to freely travel the world and do what I want, have that freedom. If I want to go to Mexico for a week, I can go. He said, I'm buying. Dude, we'll fight over that. I ain't coming if you don't let me buy at least one of the meals. So you know, if you, maybe you think like that, or, hey, I'd love to have a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. But guys, if I get a Lamborghini, then, you know, my family's going to judge me. They're all going to think I'm stuck up and I'm selfish and I don't help. Like, dude, you're hanging out with the wrong people if that's the message you're getting. I promise you. I promise you. You cannot help the world if you're broke. There's so many broke people that I just want to help the world. I want to change the world. Dude, if you want to change the world, first, get around the right people. Second, do everything you can to make as much money as you can so you can help the world. You can help a whole lot more people with money than without money. I promise you that. I promise you that. It's all based on your capacity to understand first and then coach. I missed something, I think. So listen, I had a conversation today with somebody that, you know, look, I don't know how many times my eyes have blinked since I started this, but I bet you they've blinked a lot. I'm not quite sure how many times my heart has beat since I started this stream, but it's done it a lot. I don't know how many breaths I've taken since I started this stream, but I've taken a bunch of them. And guess what? That's all happening without me even putting thought into it. I'm not even thinking about it. It's just doing it. It's called the unconscious. The subconscious mind is controlling those things in my body, right? Just like me moving my hands or me, you know, moving a leg. Like, you ever have somebody say, hey man, stop shaking your leg. Like, oh, I didn't even realize I was doing it, right? Like you do things unconsciously. It's the same thing that's controlling every other area of your life. It's the same exact thing. The coach don't shoot clutch free throws. The coach don't shoot. I don't know what that means, bro. Is that a basketball term? So like, you've got all of these things, and I'm sorry, Greg, I'm not following you, bro. I apologize. That's my fault. But you've got all of these things going on in your life that's all on this unconscious level. It's all on an unconscious level. And until you work on fixing that, which is by the way, is a byproduct of who you're hanging around with. Like if you're hanging out with people like Wally, you're hanging around with people like me, you're hanging out and learning from people like Grant Cardone and reading Weldon Long's books, and you're reading, you know, my book, and you're reading, you know, all this positive stuff. Dude, success is only a matter of time if you just keep going in that direction. Let me be crystal clear. Thank you, bro. You know, you just got to keep going in that direction. You got to work on who you're hanging out with and what's going on up here. If you fix what's going on up there, if you fix what's going on in here, your life starts falling into place. I promise you. The movie, hey, Linda, I hang out with Wally and she's awesome. Dude, you rock, bro. You rock. There's a guy right there, man. Wally's got, like, that dude, he's been on my show. Wally was on my show and talked about it. I don't even know how many prison sentences he got, but it was a bunch. And he came out of it, and he changed, though. He made a conscious decision to no longer allow his life to be controlled by his unconscious bad decisions. And sometimes conscious bad decisions. And so he started reading all these books. I remember what you read, Think and Grow Rich. You read, what was the one that I was like really surprised? The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. Amazing book. There's a couple of others that stood out to me that I've read. The Road Less Traveled. Ken, coach me right now. What is the first question you would ask to understand me? Ken, coach me right now. What is the first question you would ask to understand me? One of the first questions I would ask you is, what do you want? Because most people don't know. They have no clue. What do you want? What do you want in life? What do you want to do with your life? And then we'd go from there. So, like, again, what's going on up here unconsciously is controlling so many areas of your life. The Road Less Traveled. Wally, that book right there, what M. Scott Peck says about love in that book will change your life. It'll change you. Like, once you understand, so many people are going through life. So many people are going through life thinking that love is this feeling. Like it's this romantic feeling. And oh, if I can just be romanced for the rest of my life, then that's the love of my life. Dude, okay, that's a possibility that you meet that person. But what about freedom? Right? Like, what about after all that newness wears off? What about that? What then? What then? Then it comes down to your level of commitment. Your commitment to your partner, to your spouse, to your significant other. Freedom from freedom from what? You want freedom. What's that mean to you, man? You're in the United States of America, I assume. If you're in the United States of America, you have freedom. So look, I just wanted to jump on. First off, I wanted to test this new camera I have, and I think it's way better than the Apple camera that comes built in. So I'm really happy about that. Second, I wanted to talk about the fact that I had an amazing opportunity given to me today. Humongous celebrity, huge, reached out to me and asked me to handle their show while they're traveling, which is amazing to me, makes me incredibly grateful. And the third thing is, stop letting your unconscious mind mess up your life. Greg, if you'd like to talk about something, bro, hit me up, man. Stop letting your unconscious mind mess up your life. I can't tell you, dude. I'll announce it next week, though. Anyway, thank you guys. I appreciate all of you. Appreciate you being on here. Yeah, dude, it wasn't Joe Rogan. I can promise you that it was not Joe Rogan. Brian Hess, my brother, what's up? When is the show? It's next week. I already said that. So, anyway, thank you. Appreciate all of you. Probably Monday, brother. Probably on Monday. Seems like all my friends are headed out to NADA. The capacity to operate without concern. Well, dude, if that's what you want, go for it. Get it. That's what we all want. I appreciate all of you. Wally, thank you for being on here. I appreciate everybody that shared this as well. Thank you, guys. You guys have a great night, and we will see you tomorrow. Thanks a lot.